The ladies who work here definitely think I'm weird. You know, your girl loves to read. She loves books mostly. And one thing about reading is that it is an expensive hobby to have. Obviously, if you watch me on TikTok, you know I've recently acquired a habit of buying beautiful books that have stenciled edges, and those beautiful books are very expensive. But luckily for me, while I was in Tuscaloosa, I discovered this bookstore called Second and Charles. Now, I don't know if they've been around forever or what. I personally have never heard of them before, but Tuscaloosa has one, and they are willing to buy back used books and give you store credit or money. Now, I personally want the store credit because while I was in the Second and Charles, I saw a ton of books that I would love to own. So I'm gonna see which ones I can actually sell back to them. We're gonna rearrange my bookshelf back there, and maybe we're gonna make money reading. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. They had an original out of print Throne of Glass box set for $414. So my goal is to get $414 out of these books. Do I think we can do it? No. HD can't do this. Okay, we're gonna start with this bin because it has less books. Storm Runner. Getting rid of that. Trash. Look at it! All the books. Matthew has agreed to put them in my rental car for me.
I have not agreed.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Can you put them in the trunk because I...
No, what do I get out of this?
No, I
get one thing from your room.
But I like everything in my room.
From your room.
No.
I don't need a light.
Come on, Matt. Don't be mean.
What is this?
It's makeup. Here, you can have this. That's a heat gun. No.
I don't want your marshmallow thing.
You can have this.
Go put this in my room.
Okay, if you gave me a second, I would. Take the books downstairs.
No, this is what I want.
That's what you want?
Yes.
Okay, you can have it. Not in here!
2,000 years later.
I wasn't expecting to update you guys so soon, but I dropped my books off a week ago. It's my birthday, and I came into a shop for my birthday, and I was like, I'm gonna see if they can update me. And they were like, oh, we processed your order completely. $58. I made $58 off of all those books. I thought it was gonna make like 100. So we're shopping for books, and I thought it would be more. I don't know why, but I got $58 for the like $300 of the books I brought. So love that for me. Let's go shopping for some secondhand books. So I need to get the first 3 books of the Mortal Instruments in the paperbacks because those are what I'm missing. And then I just got Hunger Games, so I don't need that anymore. I want Reckless and Powerless, so we're gonna get those 2. This yet? I think I want to get this one and maybe one of these. I'm not sure yet. I really just bought these. They're so pretty. They're the new Hunger Games books. Oh. I bought the whole box set though because I'm crazy like that. Now I'm officially at the Hoover location of Second and Charles. That's about an hour from Tuscaloosa, which is where I go to school. And I'm here because this is a much bigger Second and Charles, and we have $58 to spend because that's all we got back from the buyback program. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna spend our $58. I have a list of books that I need to complete collections that are on my bookshelf at home, and then I have a list of like wish list items. It's also my birthday today, so I do have some extra money to spend. But yeah, let's go. It's crazy to think that like a week ago I didn't know Second and Charles existed, and now I'm here 3 times in 2 days. The ladies who work here definitely think I'm weird. These are all the books that if I was a millionaire, I would be getting. I need to add these up. Now on to books that I really, really want, but I don't think I'll be getting. We have Maximum Ride Forever by James Patterson. I plan on doing a book about James Patterson, a movie. Whoa. I plan on doing a video about James Patterson pretty soon, and I want to talk about this series in particular. And this is my favorite book from the Maximum Ride series because it is the last book. But this one's $8, and I don't think anybody's going to come get it. So I think I'm going to put this one up and then wait to come back later. Probably gonna put this one up. It is called Rapture by Lauren Kate. Never heard of her, but I really liked the book and it looked cool. And inside the jacket, the description was pretty cool. I don't need it, so I'll probably be putting it back. It's only like 10 bucks. It may be here when I come back next time, and I'll probably pick it up then. Collector's edition of Verity by Colleen Hoover. I was gonna get this because it is secondhand, so it's already been used. It's $10 or $15, but I don't want to get into Colleen Hoover right now, so I think I'm gonna put this one up. Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken. I really want to read this, and it's only $7, so I may pick this up. We have The Sun and the Star, the BAM version. This is only $10. I'm definitely getting this. I plan on doing a video about Rick Riordan pretty soon, so I'll probably need a Rick Riordan book, and I just recently sold all of mine back, so probably gonna pick this one up.
Many months later.
Our little experiment has come to an end. $58. Ooh, I have to sneeze. Hold on. No, maybe not. Here's what 58 bucks gets you at 2nd and Charles. Every single book that I purchased with my store credit was secondhand. 2nd and Charles does sell new books. I just personally didn't buy any because I find that I can typically find their special edition books elsewhere for cheaper. So here are all the secondhand books I got. Starting off strong, I was super excited to find these. I actually found them at the Hoover location. These are the Ice Planet Barbarian books, and these are the special edition covers. Now, I actually was going to buy these new, and I was so excited to find them in store. I actually found these used, which means I didn't even pay full price for them. Now, they are originally $19 USD, but I got them for $8 each, meaning I paid $16 for both of them, which is less than one of them costs regularly. And I'm so excited to put these on my shelves and display them. And I'm hoping I can get the rest of the books. I'll probably have to buy those new, but they're gonna look so cute when I finish the series. Next, as I talked about in the car, we have the first 3 books of the Mortal Instruments. Now, I have the rest of the series at home, and when you stick them up next to each other, they create this really cool effect on the spine. And I want my bookshelf to have a completed little moment. So I bought the first 3 books. I paid $5 for this one, $7 for this one, and $7 for this one. We have The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. I love this series so much that I actually destroyed my copy of this. And on the side, it does make another little spine effect, kind of like the Mortal Instruments. So I am working to replace my original series. Now, it was actually my birthday when I redeemed all of this store credit. And I went to Barnes & Noble's first because my mom did treat me to a little book shopping spree. And I got this special edition of Matched. And I actually don't own the other 2 books in paperback. So I got those secondhand from 2nd and Charles. I paid $5 for both of them, and they're honestly in amazing condition. I'll probably trade back in the hardbacks that I do have, but for now I have a completed paperback set. Last but not least, this was the priciest item that I got, and I actually did end up going over the amount of store credit that I had, so I did pay a little bit out of pocket for this one, but we have a signed copy of The Last Star by Rick Yancey. I'm super excited to have this in my collection. I don't own very many signed books. I own a signed book from Rick Riordan and Rebecca Yarros, as well as another author that I actually picked up today. But this is an amazing edition. This was not very expensive. It was $25 for this, and I honestly don't think that's that bad of a price for what it is, but I'm super excited to have it in my collection, and I'm so excited to take this home and display it because honestly, it's such an amazing piece. Overall, I would say this process was worth it for me personally. I would never have sold all of those books individually, and I'm happy that I did at least get some money to put towards more books by getting rid of old books that I didn't want anymore. I am very happy about that. However, one thing that I do feel is a little bit concerning was just how sort of unprofessional the store was when contacting me. When I initially brought the books in, I did tell them I would maybe, possibly, most likely want store credit, but the lady at the counter told me that she would send text updates and they would let me know what the cash offer was and what the store offer was, and that I would let them know whether or not I wanted to accept and if I even wanted to accept their offer at all. And I never received an update text. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know that they had finished processing my book order until I went in on my birthday to spend actual money. And that's when she came up and she's like, oh yeah, you got $58 for all those books, and that's it. They didn't give me the cash offer. They didn't tell me what the cash offer was. They didn't even let me know that they were done. And that to me was a little bit unprofessional, especially since I signed up for the text updates, and she let me know that I was definitely going to have to confirm that I wanted the in-store credit. And I just found it to be a little bit weird. But who knows, maybe it's just a fluke. And I also found it weird that I only got $58 for over 100 books. That means that they gave me less than $1 for each book that I turned in, which is kind of crazy. I do plan to do a second round of the buyback program where I bring them more high value books. For instance, I will be bringing them some out of print Throne of Glass books that I have duplicates of with the hopes of getting more money. And I want to see if that will increase the amount of store credit that I get. I'm not really sure, and I guess we'll have to see, but I think it'll be a fun little experiment. I also have a ton more books that I need to get rid of, so I'm definitely going to be bringing them a lot more books. So I'm back at Second and Charles, and let me just play catch up with you guys. I ended up taking a second batch of books to Second and Charles. They gave me $50 for all of the books that I gave them in the second batch. So now we are going to spend the second batch, and then we're going to talk about why I think I got $50 for this batch and $59 for the first batch. Because there was a couple of different things with the second batch than there was with the first. So let's go in, ladies. I am so freaking McFraggin excited. Let's go book shopping. There's literally so many books. I don't know what I'm gonna get. I think I have all of the books that I want to get. I'm not sure yet though. I think I want to get a couple more. We'll see. I'm gonna go look, and then so I just finished in Second and Charles, and now I have to head to Barnes & Noble's to return 2 exclusive copies of Onyx Storm that I have that I accidentally bought. I accidentally bought 4 copies of the exclusive, like, limited Onyx Storm, and I don't need 4 copies of that book, so I'm returning them. But we officially have maxed out all of our store credit. I used the rest of it today, and I'm gonna do a haul when I get home, but I got a couple of special things while I was in there. I saw some cute things. I saw some stuff that I thought would be a cool read. So yeah, that was literally Barnes & Noble's calling me to let me know that my copy of Wings of Starlight that I ordered finally came in, which is crazy. So yeah, we're going to Barnes & Noble's. Let's go. So I'm finally home for my little outing to Second and Charles, and I thought I would show you guys and do a little bit of a haul of everything that $50 got me. Now it may not look like a lot, but it got me 4 books. 2 were secondhand and 2 were new. So first we have Beneath the Stars by Emily McIntyre, and this is actually an autographed version of her new book. I got this for $19, and yeah, it looks really good. It was in great condition, and I am on a quest to sort of expand my signed books sort of collection, so I thought this was a great addition, and I'm super excited to read it. So next, these 2 will actually definitely be getting their own video because I've heard so much talk about this particular series. The Cruel Prince by Holly Black and The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. I am aware there are more books in this series. However, I got both of these secondhand for, one was $7 and they were both $7 actually. But yeah, they were secondhand. I got them. They were in really good condition, and these usually run you back about 20 bucks each. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a video on them in the future. I may as well just pick them up now while I can, while they're secondhand. So yeah, I am definitely going to be giving these their own video. I've heard so much talk about this. Holly Black is an amazing author. I have read some of her other works before. I haven't read this book yet either. Last but not least, we have Powerful by Laura Roberts. Now, there is a reason I picked this one up in particular. I have not read Powerless or Reckless yet, or Powerful. I haven't read any of them. And the reason I picked this up is because I have another copy of this, but I just love that they're mini books. I'm sorry, I will collect all of these until the day I die. I actually have a really big conspiracy theory that kind of like the Throne of Glass mini books, they are going to discontinue the mini Powerful books, and they actually just recently released a full-sized powerful book with sprayed edges at Barnes & Noble. So I feel like they're gonna get rid of the small book, and I love small books, so that's why I picked up this version of it. It says Second and Charles exclusive, but they're covering a Books A Million exclusive sticker, so I don't know how exclusive it actually is. I am on a quest to pick up all the versions of this mini book though, and yeah, I haven't even read it yet. It will be getting its own video soon in the future, but that was the last book we picked up, you guys. We only got 4 books, which is crazy. 2 secondhand, 2 new, and I'm honestly surprised my money didn't go farther. I actually had to give them $5 cash because I had to cover the difference, which is crazy. But yeah, this is all we have for right now. I think this was a really good experiment. There are going to be some takeaways with this. So with my second batch of books that I gave them, they got me $50. They had a couple of higher value books. And what I mean by that is I gave them a almost perfect condition of an out of print copy of Tower of Dawn, the original first edition copy, and that got me $5 store credit, $3 cash, which is crazy. And the guy who who gave me the $5 store credit was like, yeah, we'll probably sell it for $40. And I was like, where, in what universe is that how we do our math? But whatever, it's a business, you know, I respect it. I am surprised that I got as much with the second batch of books that I did. Like, I got $50 for the second batch of books and I only filled up 1 tote. But with my first batch of books, I gave them 3 totes worth of books. 3 whole totes. And I said this earlier on in the video, but I think I may have cut it. I had this really weird conspiracy theory where I thought they only counted 1 of the totes of books I gave them and they lost the other 2. So I'm thinking that that may have in fact been true because I got pretty much the same amount of store credit the second time that I did the first, and I brought them like double or triple the amount of books the first time. So just my little conspiracy theory, don't need to put on my tin hat. But yeah, I think overall, if you read a ton of books like I do, I think this is a great way to get rid of a ton of older books that you may not want for some store credit for some super cute and super cool in style new books. And yeah, this is a fun little experiment. Would I go and like buy books strictly to bring to Second and Charles? No. I do think I may want to do another video in the future where I go to thrift stores and I buy books and then I bring them to Second and Charles to see if I make money or I lose money. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. But yeah, other than that, that's all I really have for you guys today. And let me know, have you ever been to a Second and Charles? Have you ever used Second and Charles? And how much money do you think you would get back for your books today? But other than that, that's all I have for you guys today. And I love you guys. Later, weirdos.